Well, everybody, welcome back to SNG Weekly. I know we didn't have a show last week. Well, it's busy. It's hard to get to sometimes. Bear with us. We always want to bring you a good show and always show you what we're doing here. And we work very hard to do that. There's a lot that goes into shooting and editing and putting all this together weekly, so not to mention the selfies. So here we go. I've said so enough times. Let's get on with our week.
So here it is, Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday, because Monday was a holiday, but I did work on the bridge yesterday, and I got a few more things done on it. I still need to glue this down, but I want to make a captain's chair first. But my main piece of business right now is I got in those back view screens. Not easy, but they're in, and they're pretty good, and they're actually in the right order. So I got a couple things to fix still, but I think we're at the point now where we're ready to start putting in some actual transparencies and lighting some of the stuff up. It's still going to take some time, so here we go. Okay, I've been working on this all day and not showing you much because really what I'm doing is a lot of busy work and just putting in little transparencies and stuff to try to get this to look halfway decent, which it's starting to look. So we're going to do more of this tomorrow. I'm supposed to work on my movie, but I'm actually going to work on more of this over on this side. We don't really have any of the transparencies in, but you can get an idea that this is starting to look pretty neat. I mean, there's so much to do still. But it's getting the effect of there being a bridge in there. Well, it's Wednesday, and I got a nice big box here from Judson Rollins, and what I've been sent is a really cool model to restore. Now, I love doing restorations. I don't know what it is about it. It's just something about taking something that's been beat up, battered with time, putting it back to its original condition. And you know that I've done that a lot with Star Trek props for Alec Peters and other people. Oh yes, and Hank Zimmerman restored the carry-on case from TNG. I just love doing that stuff. There's something about it. But this one's a pretty special case, and I'll show you why. Well, Judson, you did a great job packing this model, and this is the cardboard reinforcing it. I mean, this is the way you got to do it. It's hard to tell. You can see what this is. It's a Donald McDouglas Skyray. I know it's a Skyray. I think it was Douglas that did this particular plane. I've actually flown one of these in RC, and it's a wonderful flying airplane. Now this is flown by, you can see there, Lieutenant G.J. Rollins, and so this is, I believe it's the wife of the pilot that is having me restore this, and I've been talking to, I believe, his son and coordinating this effort to restore this model. Now, you can see what's happened here. This model has been in the heat. Now, what I find really interesting is looking down in there. There's a complete cockpit in here. There's a stick and probably heads-up display, but what I have to do is get this off very carefully and look at some pictures, and I'm going to have to create a new vacuum form clear canopy for it. I think there's a part up in here, stuck up in here. I just can't wait to get in there and see what else is in there. But the model's pretty well intact. Other than that, I'm going to be able to paint yellow a little bit. I think maybe we'll be able to clean that a bit, but we're not going to repaint it because I really like the yellow look, but what's happened is the clear is yellowed, and I think basically they want to keep the paint intact as much as possible because they want the model to be back in its original condition. This is an incredible model. I think it's wood, and because a lot of these models were. Here's the drop tanks, of course, and I find these interesting because they're brass, and here's the base for it. Well, let's see here. In the base, somehow there's a peg that this whole model sits on and balances on this. This could use a little cleanup as well. And what would really be nice Judson, is if we could get a plaque made for this. If you want to have that made up and send it to us, we'll stick it on there. But this is going to be a joy to restore. I love doing stuff like this. It's not Star Trek, it's not Star Wars, but you know, without men and pilots flying machines like this, there would probably not be Star Wars, because I mean, look at it. Okay, this is a very important artifact, and I'm just really pleased to be able to do this. So follow along while we start restoring this a little bit this week and a lot next week. So, and I want to thank Judson for sending me this model and having us restore it. It's really cool. So I think you can just make out this little tiny console there, and what I've done, because I wasn't happy with the look of these, just being, you know, a big transparency, where we know they're supposed to be just buttons. Before I went any further, where is it? There it is. I wanted to try this, and I'm going to paint this black, and I'm going to put some fiber optics through it and color them from the back and stick that right on top of the panel there, that open panel right there, and light that up and see. God, it's hard to find. I mean, here's my finger next to it, just to give you an idea how little that thing is. And I have to do it for all of them, which is not going to be a picnic, but I just feel it'll look better. So I'm going to paint this black first, then we're going to install the fiber optics, then we're going to test it. So here we got this little tiny guy, and it's got fiber optics in it. You can, where is it? Oh, there it is. It's going to light that up. Now we need to put it in there. Okay, boy, this is not something you can do in a couple of days. No way, no how. Now it's on its own lighting in there. Now you see on this side, we've got what you see a lot of the times. I'll take this off. In the TOS 1350, you know, it looks nice like that, but on this side, look at the difference in the panels. We have little, I made little plastic, basically what I used was Dymo tape, and cut and poked holes and put fiber optics in there, which really did a nice job. I got some light leaks to address. I like the way you can see the screens just fine. You'll see the main viewing screens front on. I got lots of light leaks still to fix, but those are a lot of it's just the little ones down there that are supposed to be glowing. It's not bad. I need to actually build a dome up in there. Now, what I'm going to be doing, ouch, again, what I'm going to be doing tomorrow is, if I decide to work on this, which I'm unclear of at this point, because after a while, you just need to get away from this. So I need the dome for sure up in there, and we're going to construct something that fits right down to this edge here. Pretty cool, though. I'm going to give you a little advice here. If you think for a second this is a stupid idea, this might be a dumb idea. I think Uncle Ted was good at saying, this might be a dumb idea. No, it never is. I actually had this idea the other day, and I said, nah, that won't work. What did I do? I'm trying to make these little panels, you know, the ones that Lahora sits at and Spock pushing all the buttons on the console. And I've tried everything, and fiber optics and all this stuff, and I'm going to show you what I tried, and I thought of this the other day, and that was to take some aluminum duct tape, ooh, there it is, and put the aluminum duct tape on the back side of the printout, then punch the holes, then put some glue in there and attach them, and then go back over with a black marker to get the rest of it. As you can see, those are lighting up really well, and they're exactly where they're supposed to be. I mean, these are okay, they're fine, but this, I could have done them all in one day if I'd only known about this. Now, this is, I'm showing you this in case you're ever building one of these. This is the way to go. Just punch the holes, have some gels in there with some colors on them, they transfer through. Isn't that cool? Wow, this bridge has really been an undertaking. I didn't think it would take me so long. What have I been at this thing? Like a week? 2 weeks? I think it's 2 weeks. Yeah, I got to get back to my movie because we're really getting close to finishing it. And Tom Piedmont, better known as Model Man Tom, just did a great shot of one person, you'll find out who it is, being disintegrated by the Martian and turning to a skeleton. It is so cool. Plus, Tom came up with some really great way to segment the transition of this last shot with the Martians attacking into the very final part of the movie. They're not going to give away. So that was brilliant. And Tom, in fact, at this point has done most of the photography in the cinematography in this show. But let me show you what I've been doing on the bridge, because we're about to call it here. This is epoxy sculpt, or epoxy sculpt, and what I'm using it for is to get kind of a dome effect in there. Now, you can see the other panels lit up really well in the end using that method that I wish I had thought of in the first place. But this looks really good. You notice that the overhead screens are lit up pretty well. The main view screen is lit up very well. And you know, you're not going to be able to see in here that well from the angle to be able to look in through here once this is inside. But now what's going to happen is I've greased this up and making sure the screen is forward facing for my likes. I'm going to put this like so and press it down and blend it in, and then when it really dries, sets up tomorrow, I can sand it. But you can see it kind of seals off everything inside and makes it really nice. So and you can still see really well in there with only that lighting in itself, although I may drill a couple holes up in here and place in some of that red lighting, because I really like the effect of the red lighting in there. But if you have the dome, you can't have those lights. That's pretty much what we're going to see at this point with the bridge for this week's show. It's nice. It's all in there. It's all nicely lit up. Elliot did a fantastic job. It's a lot cruder up close and personal when you look in there with magnifiers, but with the unaided eye, just stepping back and looking like this, it sells the bridge as being the bridge inside the actual model. So Elliot Brown, thank you so much for all the help that you have done on this, because we couldn't have done it without you. I did manage to get the canopy off this, and I thought I'd show you the interior on this model. It's pretty amazing. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of light in there. It's very black, but there's gauges, the yoke, stick, if you will, injection seat. It's really nice. The other thing that's really nice about this model is it's got little clear bubbles here for the nav lights, anti-collision lights here. It's really quite a thorough model, and the fact that it has drop tanks and some ordnance as well. The missiles there, which I believe are Stingers. So we're going to have to make a new canopy. This one is just gone. I mean, this thing really had some heat put on it, but it shouldn't be too hard. We're going to take some balsa wood here, cut it up, stack it up, take measurements off this, and go ahead and make a new one that it fits all the way back into here. So I have to chip all this off. This was never meant to be removed, but it will be, and it'll have to be. So we'll be doing that and making a new canopy and vacuum forming it over here on this beautiful vacuum form machine that Kobe gave me some time ago. Really excellent machine. I have several of them. That's my favorite because it works so well. Also, I wanted to read to you while looking at the model. I heard from Judson, and he says, "Thanks for the update. Here's what I know courtesy of my dad's logbooks and a little research. Now, Judson, this is his father, right there, and this was his plane. This was modeled after the plane he flew, and it's pretty interesting what he has to say here. He says that my dad, then U.S. Marine Corps, First Lieutenant G.J. Jerry Rollins, flew the F-4D with a squadron VMF AW 542 from October 1961 to 1963. The AW is all-weather, which I believe is a later version of the Marines' Night Squadron designation. Wow, he flew this at night. Let's see what else he says. He was based at MCAS El Toro, which is not too far from me, with one extended deployment in Japan beginning in November 1962. I was only 10 years old. According to his logbooks, he accumulated 387.6 hours in this aircraft and 482 landings in the F-4D, including traps on both a CVA-16 USS Lexington and CVA-61 USS Ranger. Look, 482 landings on a flat top, flying anything is amazing. Anyway, he says, I hope this helps. His dad passed away in late 2013. And he had a long battle, evidently, for 14 months with cancer, and he said he fought it like the Marine he always was, and that both he and his mom are very proud of him. We are also proud of him. Proud of him flying this plane and serving in the Marine Corps and doing that dangerous duty, flying this magnificent machine. Thank you.
Well, it certainly was an interesting week. I really thought I'd get to some other things besides the bridge. But the bridge is now to a point where I just need the captain's chair. And Elliot Brown, of course, has made little tiny inky-dinky Burke chairs that will be in there as well. And then, of course, we'll need to get some N-scale figures to put in there since, unfortunately, Ken Palco is very busy. He cannot, I brought this up before, but he won't be able to print up any figures, which is why we're going with the high-resolution, small, tiny photographs. Plus, all of you that sent in money to be on the Enterprise itself, your picture is going to be seen in a registry that can be accessed by the phone app, and also when people are at the museum, they can look and see who the contributors are that contributed more than $100 or $100 or more to get on the bridge. Get on the ship. So we're going to have that in place as well. Everyone else are going to be on the plaque, and of course, time's running out. If you want to donate to the building of that beautiful model for the Museum of Science Fiction in Washington, D.C., that deadline is June 1st. Now, that doesn't mean you can't contribute money after June 1st. It just means you won't be on the plaque because Rusty, who's making the plaque, will need to start on that pretty soon, and so we have to have a cutoff date, which is why we're doing that. Also, please visit our website. We have a store there, Steve Neill's Toys. Is it Toys, Mary? Yes. Tab that you can pull down. We have a lot of interesting things there. Cochrane statues, Spock's original ears from Star Trek The Motion Picture, and many other things that I think you'll enjoy. Our store is what helps support us here at SNG and keep our doors open. Additionally, if you just want to contribute by donating to SNG Studio, you can do that as well. We have a donation button somewhere on our website, don't we, Mary?
And don't forget Patreon.
And also Patreon, which I haven't talked about in detail yet, but I will in a selfie coming up, which is where you can actually subscribe to SNG, and they will take money from every week like Netflix, because we're going to start giving you a lot of really cool programming. Right now, I am chatting with Andy Probert. Thank you, Andy, so much. He is designing a spacecraft for us that is for the next movie. and I'm excited as hell about this. We're right in the middle of writing the script. It's about 2/3 of the way. So when Martians Attacks SNG is done, we're going right to that movie, as well as finishing Star Trek Sirius. So, boy, that was all a mouthful. We will see you again next week and in the selfies. Thanks so much.